Tom, a 2-1 defeat at Turf Moor this afternoon. A game we were very unfortunate to not have come away with at least a point from.
Yeah, without a doubt. When you come to a place like this, top of the table, obviously renowned for probably one of the best teams in the league, and effectively we don't come away with it through poor refereeing. It's as simple as that. I think you can look at the game and say, yeah, they dominated possession, but the referees made two vital mistakes which cost us the game. It's a simple fact of that. Whether he had the bottle to make the decision he needed to make in the second half, there's two blatant penalties, the handball in the middle of the park and the foul on me late doors, which funny enough result, if he doesn't give them, they go down the other end and score. So listen, they need help, the referees. The standards are getting worse. Too many times people aren't making decisions, whether they don't see it or whether they're afraid to make decisions, but they're costing teams games, and it needs to change.
Like I say, there were some big calls that didn't quite go our way, but you know, the fact that we took it all the way as well shows testament to our performance today, with the fact that they needed a last-minute goal in perhaps fortunate circumstances.
Yeah, 100%. I thought the lads dug in ever so well. I thought, considering this meant to be the best team in the league, I thought, listen, you're never going to come here and have majority of possession. But we looked the threat on the counter. I thought second half we were brilliant, put them under pressure. And listen, if we play like that most weeks, you never play against this type of opposition every week. We'll be okay. Listen, I think the start of the season is sort of give everyone sort of a bit of a big massive boost, and that's great, but there's always realism in the air, and this is where we are. We've got a really tight, small squad. Again, we've been hit with the 3 games in 6 days, but the lads are trying, and I think when you see them trying and you see them running about for each other, the performance was there. Just obviously very disappointed to lose the game the way we did.
Of course, we opened the scoring through a fine finish from yourself, though. And when the ball came through to you, do you remember what you were thinking as you were bearing down? To
be fair, when Jack flicked the ball on, I seen the keeper sort of half coming, and I think he thought it was too late to go back to his line. So as soon as he came out, it sort of made my mind up just to try and slide it past him. And I think as soon as I slid it past him, I'd even looked towards the goal. I sort of knew it was going in. So no, yeah, it's great, fantastic. And then yeah, bitterly disappointing to concede the 2 goals that we did, especially when you know, sort of out of our hands from decisions that really could have killed the game off.
And you know, we have a chance to respond to that, don't we? We've got another game in 4 days' time. You referenced the 3-game weeks. We're going to have quite a few of them now with the way the championship is. And we go to Luton Town. They drew 1-1 with Sunderland today. And if we take the positives from the performance we did today, then we have every chance of getting something from there on Tuesday, don't we?
Yeah, 100%. Listen, Luton are a different proposition to what Burnley are, especially at their ground. You know, very back to front, 2 big men up top. But we have to go again. We have to dust ourselves down. We have to take the positives out of today, and we move on to Tuesday. Because, like I said, the games come thick and fast. It's a really important period now. These next sort of 4 or 5 games that we've got up until the World Cup break. So it's important we move on. We get on the bus. We recover tomorrow, and we switch our focus to Luton and try and come away with some points there.
And it's always disappointing when we come away from results like this with the way the game's gone, but it's important not to lose sight, isn't it, that we still had a good start to the season and we're still level on points with Luton as we go into their match on Tuesday.
Listen, I think you can ask any player in that dressing room, even more so me, is that you always want to win every game. Listen, you always want to be, being 70-80% possession, but unfortunately we're at a disadvantage this season. We aren't able to bring in the players we wanted to bring in. We're having to on a sort of a short, in-depth squad, and we're having games coming thick and fast. We've got injuries everywhere to big key players, so we're fighting, and that's all you can ask for. Terrific for the fans today to come with the numbers that they did. But like I said, it hurts more in the fact the circumstance we had, the way we lost the game today, rather than the performance, because like I said, to lose the way we did was very disappointing. But we move on and we go again, and like I said, there's a lot of games coming up, and you look at the league, 1 or 2 wins and all of a sudden you find yourself jumping 4 or 5 places. So we're not disheartened. We go again. We try and perform like we did today on Tuesday, try and come away with 3 points.
I suppose finally, you mentioned the fans there. It was a long way for them to come today, and they'll be on their travels again this week. And when they look out on the pitch, they see what the players are doing, and you say there are trying circumstances at times, but the squad's giving everything, isn't it?
Yeah, I thought the fans were excellent. I mean, from the start of the game, they're the only ones who were singing. I thought they were tremendous in the numbers, even at the end, to stay as many as they did, even though they got the long journey back. I think the fans see the effort. They see the desire. Sometimes we make mistakes. Sometimes there's that little bit of lack of quality, but that's where we're at. And I think the fans have a sense of realism. Listen, they love the fact that when we win and we're in the top end of the championship, but we have a goal this year, and that is to stay in this league, and there's no 2 ways about it. Anything else is a bonus. We've always stated that from the start, and that doesn't change. Yes, the start of the season can bring a little bit more optimism, and that's great. We want to give our fans every sort of optimism we can, but there has to be a sense of reality in the fact that coming away to Burnley away at Turf Moor, not many teams will come in and play like that and deserve to take someone out of the game, and fortunately, like I said, referee decision meant that we didn't.